Okay, welcome everyone to week 3 of the cardiac meditation group. Um, Today, what I'd like to do is talk to you about, or show you, I guess, again, alignment and work with the alignment, as well as do the alternate nostril breathing. And then we'll go into a meditation. So today I want to spend a little more time doing the meditating so that you have a little, can get a taste of being in the meditation a little bit longer than we have been so far. Are there that said, are there any questions or comments or reflections about how the meditation's been going for you all so far?
That's my cat in the background.
That's okay.
Well, you can't hear me, can you?
I can hear you, whoever's just said that.
Okay, that's Mina.
Mina, you made it. Oh, good.
I can see you and hear you, but it seems that you cannot see me at all.
Oh, wait, where are you, Mina? You're right, I can't see you, but I can hear you. Yeah.
I've been trying for 45 minutes, and this is what I get now.
Oh,
so,
well.
At least I can hear you and follow you, okay?
That's the main thing, yes.
All right, okay, thanks.
Good, yes, I saw you trying to come in there, and has a little bit of a struggle. Okay, so any comments or have you been meditating? Has anyone been meditating? In between sessions, yeah? A little bit, okay, good. Yeah, some of these, little bit. Yeah, good. That's great. You know what, at any little bit you can do, I'm not sure if I quoted this study to you all yet or not, but even 5 to 10 minutes a day can actually start to make changes over time, right? It's like anything you do sort of naturally, it takes a bit of time. Like exercise, right? If you didn't exercise and you start exercising, it's going to be tough for a little while, but meditation is similar, possibly. You might kind of have a hard time getting it into your routine even, or just being able to sit quietly. But once you start doing it, you'll start to notice things happening. Does anybody notice anything, or maybe you're an experienced meditator, anything you notice particularly from regular meditation practice?
Well, I started doing it in the morning and right before bed, and doing 5 to 10 minutes of just breathing exercise before I drift off to sleep, or as soon as I get up, and it really does help, and I notice a clearer head in the day.
Nice. Good. So
how is meditation related to sleeping? Like, is there a relationship, or like he just said, he meditated before he went to sleep? Is that normal? Like, is that how we go to sleep? Is we relax and we meditate and we just drift out to sleep? So you're saying they're related anyways?
Yes, I would say so. Definitely. There's lots of research about that. I'll send you an article if I haven't already. Have I sent you an article about the benefits of meditation? Oh, okay, I've got to write myself a note here. Yes, let me send you that, because the list is very long. The first thing on that list, or one of the lists anyway, is that it can reduce the risk of cardiac death in half. That's a big stat, right? Just that one alone. But then there's sleep, there's memory. So you sleep better, your memory is better. You're more in tune with your intuition. I think, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, just clearer, Mike, but you're more in tune with your intuition. So you'll just be able to think of things easier. I love when I'm meditating regularly and I run into somebody I know, and I'm like, I know their name after I haven't seen them in a really long time, and the name will just come. I'm just like, yes, thank you, meditation. So yeah, it's so good. Any other benefits that I'm missing? Anyone notices or knows about? Okay, those are the ones off the top of my head that really stand out. And I think also just appreciating things too that we see in nature or in people. I think we just become have a little more ability to see the beauty in things. That could just be all me, but I think it's definitely something that happens. We just have more patience and sort of kindness. So, yeah, I'll send you that list though. Benefits of meditation. Okay, got it. Okay, anything else anyone wants to say before we get going today? Okay, let's do that then. So I'm gonna do the alignment. We'll start with that. So we're gonna stand up. We are gonna, we'll start standing up so you guys can stand up. I'll stand up in a moment. And then we're gonna come back to a seated position and do the alternate nostril breathing. And then we'll stay in the seated position for the rest of today. But I always wanna stress that you should be comfortable when you're meditating. Right? It's okay to be strengthening your back a little bit, but if it starts to become painful or you're just like, wow, I can barely stand this, then by all means, do what you need to do to be comfortable. Lie down if you have to, but be sure to be comfortable. Sorry, I'm squinting. All right, I'm gonna mute everyone just so that we don't hear the dogs barking and the leaf blower next door or whatever it is that's happening at your house. All right. So come to a standing position. Oh, my head's not quite in there. I'll have to move you back a little bit here. Okay, well, let's start with our feet anyway. So the feet. And I know it's difficult to see my feet from that far away, but what we're going to do in the video, it's fine. In the live session, it's a little harder to see. But at this point, you all know that there's a little pad on the side of the foot. I'll step forward so you can see on the side of the foot right there, there's a little pad there, and we want to kind of tuck that under. And we're doing that so that it does its job of protecting the bottom of our feet and aligning our body properly. And also, alignment, really. That's the main thing. All right. And so how we do that, we put the side of our feet down on the ground, lift your toes, and then set your foot down and set your toes down. So that's one foot. And you want to have your feet straight. I'm not sure if I stressed that in the other sessions, but you don't want them out like a duck. And you don't want them in like a pigeon. Apparently pigeons do that. I don't know. Anyway, so you want them straight in this case. And then take the other foot and set that, tuck that little pad under, lift your toes up, and then set your foot down, and then set your toes down. You might need to adjust a tiny bit so that you're aligned. If you need to be near a chair or something so you can hold on, be sure to do that. All right. Now, have a look at your knees. So my knees have a little bit of a gap. So I'm gonna push them. Whoops, I have to move my feet closer together, so I'll do that. I'm going to push my knees together and twist them a little because they like to go whoop, and I want them to come back in. But have a look down at your own knees. See what they're doing. And do that. Even if you just do that when you're waiting for the elevator or waiting at a bus stop or waiting for someone to come and meet you. The more standing we can do, the better. So when I'm in a waiting room, I'm usually standing, which sometimes is tough for people to feel okay about that. But I usually just say, no, I sit a lot, so I'd like to stand. And then they're like, okay. So I like to try and stand as much as possible. All right. And then once you've got your knees, then your hips, right? So we tilt the pelvis forward, tilt it back. So from the side, that's tilting it forward, that's tilting it back, and we want it somewhere in the center. So to try and find that nice spot in the center. And then the rib cage, same thing. You tip your rib cage up, tip your rib cage down, and then find the middle. So your rib cage should not be poking up like that. It should be nicely tucked in, but not so much that you're completely collapsed. Okay, good. And then next is your shoulders. Now I'm going to pull you a little closer and flip this up a bit so you can see. Okay. Sorry, just flip you up a little bit more. Okay. So your rib cage now. So if I stand to the side, oops, sorry, we did the rib cage. Bring your palms facing up. Your elbows in close to your side. Now take your hands out to the side. That brings your shoulders back. And then without disturbing your shoulders too much, let your hands come down and relax, or let your arms come down and relax your hands. Let your hands float. Just notice your arms. Close your eyes, starting with the feet. Align your feet, align your knees, align your hips, your rib cage, your shoulders, and now your head. So the head, you want your head not to be tipped up like that. Sometimes we end up like this. You see older folks who have struggled with, osteoporosis or some kind of bone disease of some sort might end up like this, but we really want to push that back so that we keep that aligned. That's why I have you lie on the floor. When you do lie on the floor, that's why I encourage you to lie without a pillow or just as little support on your neck as you can and still be comfortable. Because you want to, when we lie on our back, you want to have, you want your spine to relax into the floor and not in this position, right? If we have a pillow, it kind of pushes us forward. I mean, we all sleep on pillows, that's what we do now. But try and have your neck back a little bit. All right, close your eyes for a moment and breathe and just notice how this feels and see if you can help your body to remember what it feels like to be in this position. And whenever you can, try and bring your body back to this position. Good. And then open your eyes and bring yourself to your seated position. I'm going to turn that down. And can I bring it forward a little bit? I think I can. Sorry, guys. Okay. Now get yourself comfortable in your seated position. Just need a sip of water. All right. So just check your alignment as you're getting into your seated position. Where'd my ball go? I'm sitting on a ball today. I don't know if I've ever done that before, but I like sitting on this little ball. And then I cross my legs and I feel completely stable. And I can move around a little bit if I need to. Okay, so just checking your posture now, your alignment. Your shoulders are over your hips. So I was working with someone who kind of had a little bit of a tilt for some reason. So didn't even realize it. So I was having that person as though if they were leaning to the right, I was having them try to think about leaning to the left because it will feel like they're leaning to the left. They're not really. But if you notice any kind of misalignment in your body, just try to correct it a little bit. If you have injuries, you might want to put, pillow under your knee. Sometimes partway through the meditation, I need a pillow under my knee because this knee has got a permanent injury, which flares up every so often. Okay, so let's do alternate nostril breathing. The purpose of alternate nostril breathing is to align your emotional body and your breathing in your body. So at any time in the day, we might be breathing out of one nostril or the other. One side of the body is associated with energy that is uplifting, let's say, and the other side is associated with a calming energy. And if we're feeling very lethargic and tired, then we might be having a lot of the energetic side of the breathing might be blocked a little. The nasal passage might be blocked a little. And when we do alternate nostril breathing, it kind of brings it more into balance so that we're not anxious, right? Because if we have too much energy, we become anxious. If we have not enough, we become lethargic. So the alternate nostril breathing is a balancing breath. And what's lovely about doing this before meditation is I find the meditation is so much more peaceful and easy to get into that really quiet and peaceful space. So let's begin. So you want to put your left elbow close to your body and with your thumb up, and then bring your thumb into the middle of your hand and bring your fingers around your hand. And then bring that arm across your body, across your ribs, wherever it goes. And then bring your other hand and you just set that elbow onto the hand that's already there. Same thing with the hands, a little bit different. You're going to put your thumb in the middle, bring your fingers around your thumb, leave your pointer finger up. And that's the one you're going to do plugging one side of the nostril and then the other. Okay, so this is how we stay for while you're doing the alternate nostril breathing. And what it looks like, I'll just show you once and then we'll do it together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by exhaling completely. Inhaling deep and soft. And then I'm plugging my right nostril and I'm exhaling through the left. And then I inhale through the left. And I pause and stop. I'm holding my breath while I change over to the other side. And I'm just using the other side of my finger. So I don't have to turn my whole hand around. I'm just doing this from side to side. So I'm plugging the left nostril. Now I'm exhaling out the right. And then I inhale into the right. Stop, pause at the top, hold your breath, switch sides, and exhale. So that's one cycle. So let's do this together. If you find your nose is a little plugged, you might want to blow your nose. So you might want a little Kleenex handy, or you might want to take a moment to do that if you need to. Okay, so let's exhale completely. Inhale, deep and soft. Plug your right nostril and exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Stop, pause at the top, exhale through your right. Nice, steady, smooth breathing. Inhale through your right. Stop, hold your breath, switch sides with your finger, exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. If my pace isn't comfortable for you, just do your own pace. Stop, pause at the top, switch sides, exhale through your right. Inhale through your right. Stop, pause at the top, switch sides, exhale through your left. Inhale through your left. Stop, pause at the top, switch sides, exhale through your right. One more round, inhale through your right. Stop, pause at the top, switch sides, plug your right, and exhale through your left. And then just come back to a normal breath. And just notice your breathing. Has anything changed? Does it feel a little more balanced? It might not. Usually it does. But sometimes we need more time. And then bring your hands into your favorite, what's called a mudra, your favorite hand positions. So I like putting mine in the middle on my lap. Sometimes I put a pillow there so I'm not, so my arms aren't hanging forward too much, my shoulders aren't coming forward. Or I might do my knees. I think I'll do this today. Just see what feels best for you. When you put your hands on your knees, you can bring your hands into a circle like that, or the middle finger comes into that. So whatever feels best for you, and then set your hands down onto your knees. If that feels best for you, stay there. If not, you can bring one hand into the other and bring your thumbs together and set that down on your lap. Good. And then just close your eyes if that feels comfortable. If not, just look down at the floor in front of you. And breathe. And just notice your breathing, and as you inhale, you can inhale to sow. As you exhale, you can exhale to hum. So hum, which means I am that I am. And if you have any thoughts that come into your mind, just let them come and let them go. You don't have to hold on to them. Just let them come and let them go, and bring your attention back to your breath. And now just move into silent meditation. So just begin to bring your attention back into the room. And just slowly begin to move your fingers and your toes. And just maybe give a little shoulder roll back. Or move in any way you feel like you want to. All right. So we'll end there today. If anyone wants to stick around for if you have questions or a comment, please stay around. I'll be on here for a little bit. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Namaste, everyone. Have a beautiful week.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Take care. Namaste.
Thank you.